Hello, today's video we have the following content.
When Zhao Liying wore a short skirt to attend the event, Feng Shaofeng's every move immediately sparked heated discussions among netizens. Especially that scene, Feng Shaofeng subconsciously put his hand gently on Zhao Liying's waist. The action was natural but very intimate, as if a couple was still immersed in a sweet time. This detail quickly spread on the internet, and netizens were shocked after seeing it. Aren't they divorced? This move is so intriguing. In fact, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's 3-year marriage has always been highly praised by the outside world. Many people recognize that Zhao Liying's vision in choosing scripts is a model in the industry, and almost every work can set off a craze. But in choosing a partner, she seems not as smart as her career. The two met because of the play Journey to the West, the Kingdom of Women. The interaction on the set was indeed sweet and natural, which made people believe that the fairy tale of love was right in front of them. However, they got married in a hurry not long after falling in love, and then separated quietly. This relationship has always been a bit hasty and helpless. Now they are in the same frame again, but the details are so subtle. Is it a temporary habit, or is there still lingering feelings in their hearts? Netizens have different opinions. Some wish them a reunion, while others remind them not to be fooled by appearances. But no matter what, Zhao Liying is now more independent and confident, and her career has reached new heights, while Feng Shaofeng remains low-key and steady. I am afraid that only time can reveal the truth about the future direction of the two. And Zhao Liying is in the rising period of her career. Everyone believes that Ying Bao will definitely not shoot herself in the foot and choose to fall in love when she is at the peak of her popularity. But as long as Zhao Liying wants to do something, no one can stop her. She and Feng Shaofeng fell in love in the Kingdom of Women and worked together again in the story of Minglan. Their feelings have been heating up all the way, and their love in both directions has touched countless fans. Not long after, the two suddenly announced that they were getting married with a baby, and the rapid progress caught everyone off guard. However, surprisingly, the wedding was not held as grandly as expected by the outside world, and Zhao Liying did not wear the wedding dress of her dreams. What is even more admirable is that after giving birth to her child, she did not choose to rest in peace, but returned to filming as soon as possible, as if she did not want her marriage to affect her career. She used practical actions to tell everyone, Zhao Liying is not only a wife and mother, but also an irreplaceable actor. At the same time, Feng Shaofeng still frequently mentioned Zhao Liying in many programs, and his tone revealed a bit of reluctance and nostalgia. This made the outside world begin to speculate whether there is still a possibility of reunion between them. Especially in some public occasions, the interaction between the two is delicate and subtle, which can't help but make netizens rekindle the hope of rekindling old love. Today's Zhao Liying has long transformed into a more independent and confident woman. And is Feng Shaofeng still standing there waiting for the girl who once made his heart beat? The sequel of this relationship, whether it is the final chapter or to be continued, may still need time to reveal. In fact, it can really be felt that Feng Shaofeng has become calm and responsible after marriage. Originally, everyone was not optimistic about this marriage. After all, Feng Shaofeng had always been labeled as a playboy in the circle in his early years, but his transformation after marriage was impressive. In that variety show, although Zhao Liying did not appear, Feng Shaofeng always mentioned Zhao Liying. Whether talking about family, children or details of life, he mentioned her unconsciously. The natural and sincere emotions were beyond words, making people sigh. It turns out that love can really change a person. And Zhao Liying during that time was obviously immersed in happiness. Every time she was on the same stage with Feng Shaofeng, her eyes seemed to be full of little stars. She always looked at Feng Shaofeng with tenderness, with the shyness and sweetness of a girl, and the corners of her mouth could not hide the smile. She is no longer the hard-working woman who worked hard in the crew, but more like a little woman who is in love and is pampered. At that time, they were like the warmest scene in a fairy tale. The male protagonist put away his edge and learned to protect. The female protagonist put down her strength and was willing to rely on him. Even though the outside world questioned them, even though they were in a hurry, they still left the most real and touching marks in each other's world. Perhaps this relationship failed to withstand the erosion of time, but who can say that those eyes and tenderness in the past were not the most touching moments of happiness? In fact, when filming Do You Know It Should Be Green, Fat, Red and Thin, The director also revealed a moving little detail: Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's rival scenes were almost all done in one go. Their emotional state, eye contact and even physical interaction are natural and smooth, and there is no need to deliberately act at all. Especially when entering the part of married life in the play, the performance of the two is even more natural, as if they are not playing roles, but showing their own lives in reality. The director said with emotion, "This kind of tacit understanding cannot be practiced by rehearsal. Real lovers playing husband and wife are indeed silky and enviable." Outside the play, when they were interviewed together, they also revealed a sweet atmosphere without concealing it. Zhao Liying smiled as she spoke, and Feng Shaofeng looked at her from time to time, his eyes so gentle that they almost dripped with water. The certainty of "I only have eyes for you" can be felt across the screen. The scene that made netizens explode the most was when Zhao Liying attended an event in a short skirt. Feng Shaofeng stood beside her and quietly put his hand on her waist. It was neither an ostentatious hug nor a deliberate avoidance, but an extremely natural intimacy and protection. The camera at the time froze this moment, and netizens were stunned. Are they really divorced? Why do they feel like they are still in the passionate love period? Perhaps, as netizens said, some feelings, even if they are not together, still remain in a corner, gentle and unforgettable. The past of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng, even if it is just a memory, is enough to move people. We can see that Feng Shaofeng naturally put his hands behind Zhao Liying. This subconscious action often hides a familiarity and intimacy that goes deep into the bone marrow. It's not a deliberate show, nor is it a deliberate attempt to create intimacy, but rather the kind of tacit understanding and sense of security that only real couples have. In public, such body language not only reveals Feng Shaofeng's concern and protection for Zhao Liying, but also seems to carry a faint possessiveness. "She is the person I once loved deeply and protected sincerely." What's more intriguing is that Zhao Liying did not resist or dodge this, but instead looked natural and behaved calmly. This tacit understanding makes people feel that they may have already surpassed the simple identity of a couple. After all, with Zhao Liying's consistent personality, if other male actors did this, even for the effect of the show, she would most likely politely and firmly distance herself. But her attitude towards Feng Shaofeng is different. This kind of acquiescence itself is a continuation of trust and emotion. After watching this scene, many netizens said, no matter what their relationship is now, this kind of natural interaction cannot be acted out. Some people also sighed, maybe the story between them has not really ended yet. Perhaps this is another form of love. Even if they have been separated, there is still a tenderness in their hearts that has not faded. Unfortunately, seeing their sweet past, many people still feel a little regretful. It is really sad that a couple who loved each other so much did not make it to the end. Especially they also have a lovely son. Thinking of this, netizens can't help but sigh. A complete and happy family is so important for children. Children need not only material wealth, but also the companionship and love given by their parents, and this cannot be replaced by anyone. However, emotional matters are never maintained by should. Sometimes love falls apart, not because someone did something wrong, but because the two people are gradually no longer suitable for each other. No matter how much expectations outsiders have, they cannot replace the true feelings of the parties. Zhao Liying is a very opinionated woman. She will not make decisions easily, but once she chooses to separate, it means that she has carefully considered it. Instead of barely maintaining a marriage that exists in name only, it is better to let go and give each other freedom and a new beginning. As netizens said, if they really don't love each other anymore, then wish each other well. Life is still a long way to go. Both Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng have the right to pursue their own happiness. As for their children, as long as their parents are still willing to protect them with love and responsibility, that is the best arrangement. The sweetness of the past was real. I hope they will walk firmly and freely on the road ahead. After all, a broken mirror cannot be repaired anyway. But if they still care about each other, fans still call on them to get back together and give Xiang a happy and complete family.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.